Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, winging it on Wednesday with you. So I'm going to open up the Hues of Happiness Monkey Cut Kit, which we've used before. Has beautiful, beautiful flowers and all kinds of gorgeous stuff. Because I was cleaning up things on my desk and trying to get some stuff stamped and out of the way, I did not pull the set that goes with it. So today I'm going to pair it up with a different set, Amazing Year. So we'll see how that goes. I have not used that set yet either. So let's see what happens. I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll just get at it right away. Just one moment here. Let's see if I can find the button. Okay, so close your eyes if this bothers you. Here we go. We're going to turn. Ta-da, ta-da. There we go. So, all right. Ta-da. Okay. All righty, here we go. So this is the Amazing Year set, and I thought it was really pretty. I love the big verses. I love that you could just cut this out or stamp it and have it on there. So we'll see what I come up with, because I really, I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we'll see what happens. So my Hues of Happiness, I think I have my dog wants to go out. Come on, you have to stay for a minute here. Hues of Happiness, here it is. Here's my little tag on it. It comes with a half a pack of the designer paper, 2 each of 11 colors, so there's a lot. 6 sheets of the basic white, a package of glossy dots, a yard each of 3 coordinating ribbons, and 10 envelopes, all for $50. You can check it out on Stamping Journey. You'll see a thing. So let's get started and see what I can do with kind of putting these two together. So you don't always have to have, that particular set. You can just play with whatever you have, right? So here we go. So here are the dots. So pretty, glossy dot assortments. The pretty ribbons. Here's the DSP. Maybe I didn't play with this one yet. I'm not quite sure. I might not have. DSP, all the cardstock, all the little, look at all the colors. Holy smoly. Lots and lots and lots of things to go through. And then here's the card bases, card frames. Let's see here. Okay, so what I usually do is pick out some DSP. First I have to find my words. I've been alone all day. I went to physical therapy this morning, and then I was here all day, and I talked to my sister and my brother, but that's all. So I've been it's the animals and me down here all day, so my voice is a little bit like I haven't used it much today. All right, so beautiful, beautiful. Now, this is what I'll be looking for. Now, it has all these lovely floral patterns, but it also has all these gorgeous, they look like paintings, the background, right? So when I'm looking at something and I'm using a different set, in this case in particular, I want to do flowers or whatever, I wouldn't pick, like this is a small flower pattern, I wouldn't pick this to go with it. I would probably, I'll probably use the back side of these, because all of these patterns, this one is smaller, which would go really nicely with this one or the envelope. So that's a possibility. Let's put that out there. But otherwise, I wouldn't use a bigger, I'm just weird like that. I have a thing about, so this is the same paper, but remember this paper goes through all these different hues of color. Hues of Happiness, hence the name, right? So here's another one. So if you wanted to go with those colors, you can see how those two went together. Let's see what else we have here. Here's one. This is the next one in line. Would go to that. I think that's the best one. Now we'll have to see on the back side. Maybe we'll end up just using something on the back side of it. And then here's there we go. So you see all the different shades. This paper is lovely just for that reason. Whatever colors you're wanting to do, look at, you have so many options from the same piece of designer paper. So it's kind of interesting. See this? And then you've got this lovely painted hues like on the back side. So I'm not sure which one we'll use. I'm kind of thinking we might go with this one and use the back side of it. I'm going to put these over here for right now. Put that up there. So if we would go with this, and I want to use this floral pattern, and then just put probably to a wonderful friend or happy birthday. You're an entire year more amazing and lovely as ever. How nice. And that, or the big birthday wishes, so whichever you want to use. But I'm thinking we're going with this. When I have these stuck in here, I use my little poker here. There we go. Enjoy your day is the little tag on there. Let me get a block here. So I think, so I'm looking at this going, okay, so if I'm going to use, I could use some other colors underneath here. Like I could use this that's really bold. I could use this one that has a little tiny print. I could even run that up and down here. And then have this over here. And this could either go on a white piece, or I could kind of cut it out and have it popped up and then have the verse down below, which is maybe what I'm thinking about doing. So here we have lots of the basic white cardstock. Just gonna pull out a couple of these because I'll put one inside, and then we'll have one for my flowers here. I'm going to take this off for right now, but I think we're going to go with kind of that color frame with the pinks and the yellows, and you know, we'll add some green in there. So we'll see what I can come up with. This would even go in. So if you wanted to add a little touch of something else, although you're going to go white on there, I probably wouldn't do that. Okay, so let's just stamp this and see what we can come up with. So I'll just, so when I have a stamp that's a little bit bigger, I generally, and I'm using a Memento because I will use our blends here to color it in. So I just kind of make sure it's all inked up real good. And I think I'm going to cut it out. So I'm just going to stamp it on here. Give it a good press, not rocking, just a good press. Let that ink soak into my paper. There we go. Ta-da. Alrighty. Put that off to the side for a moment. And let's see here. I think we're just going to go, I'm going to look on the, here it is. So all these 11 colors, there's so many. Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia. So we're going to go with Flirty Flamingo on here. Apple Green, Flirty Flamingo. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go Flirty Flamingo on here. So here's that's my Melon Mambo. Just one moment, please. Here's Flirty Flamingo right here. A little more the lighter, right? And it did have, let's see here, Mango Melody. We could do that with it too, but I think we're going to go with the pink. Maybe we'll use some, and then Daffodil. We're going to use the Granny Apple Green for our leaves. And then I'm going to pull out some of the Daffodil Delight. I'll do that. Let's see how mine are doing here. For the tag, I think that would look nice. So I just did a whole bunch of perfume bottles. I should show you those. And so I usually start out coloring like with the lighter color, and then I go in with the dark, and then I go back with the lighter. But when I was doing these, I'm not finished with these, that I decided on this little perfume bottle. So I went with the darker colors on the edges to give it depth, right? And then I went around with the lighter color, and I just kind of did little circles. So you don't see a lot of lines. It just, each one is a little bit different, but it's kind of, it gives it more depth, right? Without seeing the solid lines in there. So it was sort of fun playing with that. So I think I'm going to do that on my pink ones. I think I'm going to go with I'm going to put the dark like around the petal here. I'm going to start out at the top of the petal and just kind of go around it here. And just putz. I'm a major putzer. Love to just putz. So it's not too much coloring, but it's just sort of fun. It's relaxing. To me, it's relaxing. I like the coloring. Okay, this flower behind here, and then this one right here. So you don't have too many flowers to fill in here. But it gives it a little more dimension when you use both of them, the light and the dark, of whatever color you choose to play with. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to go with the paintbrush side. And see, I'm just going to concentrate on that edge. If I go like that, like I just colored it in just a little. I'm going to see if you can see that difference. So see that how you can see the hard line on this one, but on this one you don't. So when you go over it, if you don't want that hard line, if you like it, that's fine. But if you don't, what I do is I kind of go over a little bit more right on that line. And that just helps sort of blend it in, and it looks softer, I think. I like not having that. I like the definition of having another color, but I don't want to see that real hard line there. So just by using these and going over it a little bit, you just blend it very easily. Hence the name blends, right? It makes it so easy to kind of get some dimension in here. Almost like I know what I'm doing. And everything is trial and error with me. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of playing. Thank you for coming along for the ride. So, but that just gives it a little bit softer edge. I like that. There we go. Okay. So there are my flowers all colored in. So pretty. All right, now we're going to use our green. So again, I'll probably go, I'm going to go with the darker granny apple green. And I'm just going to put it like along the base a little bit. Just to give the leaves a little bit of definition, right? When I go into color them, they'll have a little bit more interest, right? Just a little. Kind of. So I'm just drawing one quick line on here, and then I'll blend it with the light. There we go. I will use the dark I'm just going to kind of trail down on here. Okay, so that's the dark. Now I'm going to go with the lighter one and just fill in a little bit. And it just gives it some dimension. There we go. I should use the other end, I guess, because these are pretty small. So I can just color them in with the other end. But you're going to get a little bit more dimension by using both colors. If it's really tiny, I don't, but these are big enough that you can see that little added look to it. And it goes pretty fast. I know either you love to color or you don't love to color, but when it's this small, even if you don't like it, you're happy with it when you get done and it hasn't taken you that long. There we go. Okay, ta-da. Now I think because I brought the yellow out, I was going to do the the tag in the yellow. So what I'm going to do again is I'm just going to go along the edge a little bit in the corners, just like I did on the perfume bottle. And then I'll go on here and just sort of fill in. And I'm doing little circles on that edge just to make it a little lighter in the middle. Ta-da, like that. Okay, now we're going to put that there. I'm not sure yet if we want to put something down here or across here. This is the same, too much the same. We could even do completely different, but still using, which might add a little interest and some color, and you're bringing the green into it. I'm going to cut this out real quick. There are no dies to this one. So when cutting out, it's the big discussion, right, is do you cut, right by the line? Most of our dies cut with a little bit of white around it, and it just shadows it, and that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm not going to cut right on the line. I'm going to try to get it somewhat even. And then I'm going to chop to get this extra off of there right away. There we go. And I can use that for my verse. So I'm just going to, and then we'll pop this up on the painting. That's what this reminds me of. The DSP. I love this, where it looks like a painting. We're just going to cut around here, in and out a bit. There. There we go. Those of you that were waiting on your free monkey cut kits, when you buy 10, you get a free one. So this morning I mailed out some. So watch your mailboxes. It's coming through the post office. You'll have your free kits. We make up special kits for the free ones. So it could be retired paper, but you still get, it's ribbon, and it's all different things, product, ribbon, and usually an embellishment, and same type of thing. Coordinating cardstock, envelopes, some of the basic things that we have in all of them. See how I'm moving the paper, not necessarily using my scissors around it. Makes it a lot easier to cut out. Paper dolls, people. Who didn't play paper dolls? I did. Loved paper dolls. Although I had not just paper dolls, but I had a home interior thing, like a decorating. That was one of my favorite toys. It was, you decorated rooms, and I think now that's kind of weird. Maybe that's why I like watching all those fixer-upper shows and stuff. I thought, how fun is this to pick out colors and design a room, room decor. Is that weird for a kid to want to do? I don't think they have things like that. Well, probably now it's on a video thing, but it was just a snap-on game thing. All right, so here we go at the end. I'll just kind of go up and down, give it a little jagged look here. There, ta-da, not so bad. All right, so here's our pretty flowers. I think I'm gonna do this piece here. I'm gonna put this in here, and that'll be popped up. And then we could come right across here with our verse. And I think I want just this long one, so to a wonderful friend. Whoops, somebody's coming in. The dog is wanting to go out. Okay, here we go. Trick will be to get this straight, right? Okay, where's my H block? I must have used it on something before. There we go. When I put these on, I'm watching the side, and I like to put them on looking at the red rubber, when you have the red rubber, trying to get it even to the bottom, right? Because sometimes the stickers don't mimic exactly what it is on the front, if the sticker is in a little bit different or something. So let's see here. We're going to use this piece here because I'm going to cut around the words too. So I'm going to just go along this edge. We'll use the memento again. And then this will be a perfect spot. We can maybe put some ribbon on here. We can use some of the jewels. There we go. There. All right. Yeah, I had sent out an email to everybody in my clubs because I have all the club orders here and I have them all separated, except that I'm having a little difficulty carting them all up the steps. So I was like, they're here. You can come down and get them. I just am not good at carrying things up the stairs at this point yet. But I'm doing better. I think my range of motion was at 110 today, so I was happy with that. Hopefully the doctor on Monday, when I see him, will be happy, the surgeon. So it's going along nicely. I can go up and down the steps like normal stepping. It doesn't look real pretty, but it works. Okay, so this goes here. But now if I want to kind of accent that a little bit more, I could take one of these other colors. And again, I'm tending to maybe go to that green, the Granny Apple green, and just see. I'm just going to put it on here just to take a peek and see what we think. Like that. Like this. All these little pieces that you can just put together. Like this. And then that could be bumped up. I kind of like that. Now my decision would be what to use for the layering. And I would say my inclination would be the Granny Apple green. But let's put that in there and then just see what y'all think, because you could go with the pink too, the Melon Mambo, which would look really nice. Here we go. Okay, so here it is with this one first. Ta-da. Come on, straighten out. There we go. Okay, there's that one. That's going to be popped up. That's going to be even. There we go. Sort of like that. And then we can put some little jewels on there and that kind of stuff. So there's the pink. Or let's see what it looks like just to see with the green. Now that's a lot of green, so maybe I don't. Or I guess we could even go with the yellow, but I don't think so. But let's just try it here with the Daffodil Delight. Let's just see what you think here. See which one we like the best. I'm taking two out when I pull them. Okay, that's the green. That was the pink. Let's see what the yellow looks like. Kind of disappears over here. I'm thinking I like the pink the best. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. Or we could use, this is Melon Mambo. We could use Fleur de Flamingo too, because that's what you can go with a little bit lighter pink. Fleur de Flamingo has almost a corally kind of look to it. I'm thinking that's what we're going to go with here. Just because it sets off the colors more, it doesn't blend as much, which I like. I'm going to put that there. That's kind of fun. I think I like that the best. And then we may do a base with the green. We'll test that out in a minute. But let me just see. I like that. I guess because that's what I used on the flowers too. And they'll be popped up. I just want to see if there's another color that I like a little better here. So this one has the blue in it, and I don't have the blue in there. What about this? That brings the green in, brings more of the yellow in. I think I like that. I think I like that better than adding another color, than adding the blue to it. And it kind of mimics and balances. You have the yellow here too. I'm going to go with this. Okay, here we go. Never know what it's going to be. This is lovely on this side too, but I like the painted background. I like that it has, it looks canvasy for our little flowers here. And this stands out nicely. There we go. All right. We're going to put this one on here with the green at the bottom. So it's sort of like grounding it, right? And I'm just lining up on my grid just so I kind of get it evenly spaced here. Up a little, there we go. Okay, ta-da. Adds a little more interest. Now, this one, I don't want it to go over the edging. I just want it to go to this point. So I'm just gonna take a little, I'm gonna make a little dot here. I could cut it with my, or I could just do this. I made a little mark on either side, and that's where I'll cut it off. There we go. Okay. I'm going to glue this one down, and then the words and the flowers will be popped up on dimensionals. So again, I'm just sort of watching the grid, try to get it straight here. There we go. Ta-da. All right, let's put our flowers on. I've got dimensionals here. I don't want to put it all over. I want you to see some of it moving a little bit, you know, so it's not just plastered down, right? I'm going to have to get some of the small ones here. Where's my little ones? Here they are. I knew I had them here somewhere for the bottom here. There we go. And I'm going to do one more there. Okay. You'll still see some, you know, it's not just glued down completely, but if you're taking it in and out of the envelope, you don't want it to get caught up in that either. So I'm going to put this right here. Ta-da. And then we'll use the little ones and pop up our words here. Keep that in mind when you're cutting them out to make it enough so that you can get your little mini dimensionals on there without cutting them. All right. Oops, come on now. Here we go. Okay. To a wonderful friend. Ta-da, ta-da. Now, let's see here. I think we're going to take a little bit of this, the white crinkle ribbon, and put a little bow right here so that it gives it more of a 3D look, right? These are just taped on the edge. There we go. excuse me, I'm going to use my little bow maker, and I want a little baby one, so I'm going to put the pegs a little bit closer together. And we'll put a nice little bow here. My finger's stuck between there. Ta-da! I was thinking about the name of this set, Hues of Happiness, so shades of, right? And isn't that how kind of life is? Shades of happiness too. Kind of plays off of that for me. There we go. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to take a couple of my little glue dots. I'm running out of them here. I just open them up, I'm picking up a couple of them, and then put it where I want the bow to be, right there. And I'll just put this here so that it doesn't cover up the words, but it's kind of holding that on. Ta-da! I like that. Okay, and now we're going to pick out the base. What do we want to use for the base of the card? Which can make a lot of difference too. So if we go with the green, let's pull this out. I like that, but I like pink and green together. I think that really stands out. That's kind of fun. We could go with the Daffodil Delight. So here's the green. That would be my choice, I think. I like the green. Daffodil Delight. Now that looks pretty too. It looks entirely different. I'm going to stand up and see if I can see if anybody... green, Granny Apple Green or Daffodil Delight. Which one? Hi Pam, which one would you say? So here is the Daffodil Delight or the Granny Apple. To me, this makes it pop a little bit more. You get a little more vibrant look with the green. So I'm delayed from when you guys answer me. So I'm hoping this is what you think too. So we're going to go with this one. I generally almost always go with my first inclination of the colors. So although I didn't go with the Melon Mambo, this Flirty Flamingo, I think fit it much better. There's so many cool colors in this particular set, 11 colors, so, and you can hit a lot of different hues and shades, and there, ta-da. Now, it's kind of lost in there a little bit, so I'm going to add some of these glossy dots, just to fill in a couple of places. So that has the yellow, so that's what I would go with. So let's see here. I always tend to like put them on the bottom or put one towards the bottom. And it's just easier to go back and forth here. We'll put one over here. And then we'll put one up here, I think, up over here. There we go. Oops, I didn't leave it there, did I? Maybe that's because it wasn't meant to be there. Yeah, I like it there. We're going to put it there. There we go. It's nice. Each one has 3 different sizes. So when I'm figuring out in class, I do try to figure that out. Like you don't want to use 5 of one size and then, you know, it's just a little bit harder. So I try to use it that way. And I think even for you at home, if you were using them that way, ta-da. It's just easier. So if you're making duplicate cards, you know what you have. Okay, let's do the inside. So there's the front. Here's the inside. And we're going to do this nice, you're an entire year more amazing and lovely as ever. When we were traveling a lot, it seems like Americans don't use lovely as much. And so we were like, we need to use that term more. It's just lovely. So I tend, when I think about that, I think about our trip, or one of our Mediterranean one, where they would say, it's just lovely. It's lovely. Yes, it is. Bad accent, I know. Okay, so when I'm doing this and hoping that that's kind of straight, I'm going to use my grid paper on here just to kind of line up the bottom of my block to see how straight I am. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay. All right, shocking. There we go. There, ta-da. Now, I always feel like, you know, there should be a little something, something in there. And in this case, I think what I'll do is just take the top of the flowers and just put a little bouquet in this corner, because it just seems like there's a lot of room there. So I'm just going to do a little bouquet right here in the corner. So I'll do a little quick, some more quick coloring. But it makes it look so much prettier. So again, I'm going to go with the dark, right around the edges. I'm just following my little petals around there. Sort of fast. I'll go faster so I'm not putting anybody to sleep here. There we go. I'm just gonna edge it. Let me know what you do. What do you normally do when you're coloring in? Do you do one or the other? It just seems like everybody has their own way. There's so many different ways of going about it. But I like the idea of blending the edges so you don't see those hard lines. I like that softer look. There we go. Ta-da. I'm going pretty fast here. I'm just concentrating on those soft edges. This might be a card we'll do in class, Pam. I like it. Okay, now I'll go with my dark Granny Apple and just put a little bit of line on here and there on my leaves. Maybe somebody's here. The dog is barking. Oh yeah, I hear the door. Somebody's here. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Hello. Oh, there's the bag. I think yours is on the table, sitting on the table. No, right over there by the box.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then Sally's is in there too. I'm just finishing up on my video.
I'll take Pam with me or something.
Oh, okay, Pam. June is taking your bag. Pam's watching right now. I saw her.
Oh, did you see her?
I saw her name.
Oh, okay.
So you're...
Yeah, babysit tomorrow. Should I take Karen in?
No, she's coming by here today.
Oh, okay, good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
What about Amy Peters? You want me to drop hers off?
No, I think she'll... I haven't heard. Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
All right, so I got Sally's and then Pam's.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, that's a cute hello one. That's how you...
Take one. Take one. Take one for picking up everybody's things. You have one in your bag, but take one. Take a card over there. Here we go. Ta-da.
I had Holden yesterday, and he's decided that he's going to open up the cabinets and choose his own snacks.
Oh,
So
well,
he
there
opened
you
up
go.
the 2 cabinets, and he takes out 2 of the puff containers, and then he found one that had peanut butter and jelly Nutri-Grain. He put that one out.
Oh.
And then he closed that cabinet, and then he opened up the next cabinet, and he goes, A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U.
Oh.
He's doing overtime.
Oh.
A-E-I-O-U.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he pulled out the one that had little pops on it or something.
June does babysitting.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking to somebody. I'm sorry.
I'm doing my video.
Oh.
I'm live.
Hi, people. How are you? Have a nice day.
June says hi. There we go. What do you think? So here it is, Hues of Happiness. I'm sure we're going to do this one in class because I just love it. I think it's kind of fun, even if you're not using all the beautiful, lovely floral sides. Oh, this interesting background paper is great. So let me turn this around here. Ta-da. Alrighty. All done. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on Friday. I'll have some more, maybe with that same stamp set. We'll kind of play with that a little bit and use the other pieces in it. So thank you for joining me. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.